As much as Mario loves the thrill of competition, the Mario Golf series flew right past the Wii and Wii U, taking 18 years to land back on a home console with Mario Golf Super Rush. It's delightful to return to the wacky greens of the Mushroom Kingdom, and there are new modes and mechanics that make the sport faster and more frantic than ever. But is there enough here to keep you coming back to the grounds to crunch those stats? The roster in Super Rush is full of old friends, some dressed better than ever for the festivities, and you can import or create a Mii golfer and level them up through adventure mode. The single-player campaign takes you through 6 different resorts full of chatty characters, training tests, side challenges, tournaments, and cameos. You explore areas here that are exclusive to this mode, and while the leveling system tries to balance your gains by sometimes sacrificing points in other categories, it's rewarding to take your athlete from rookie to pro. Adventure mode is surprisingly brief, however, and your Mii levels up incredibly fast. It's quaint and cozy to journey from course to course, meeting other fans and golfers, and there are a handful of epic moments, but after a day or two, it feels like time to move on.
Nice shot.
In Super Rush's biggest twist, Speed Golf, you shoulder your clubs immediately after each hit and race to wherever your ball landed. You're naturally hindered by things like patches of rough, bunkers, and cliffs, and you can burn stamina to sprint ahead or spend a big chunk of it for a special dash. One of the most tense aspects of Speed Golf is that the camera doesn't let you see the trajectory of your shot after you swing, so you're often running forward with little to no idea of where your ball is going to end up. Not only do you have to dodge trees or rampaging opponents, but you have little time to assess your position before you reach your ball and swing again. Speed Golf is definitely a more hectic way to play, taking routes through courses that are often skipped, turning them into new opportunities for strategy. Unfortunately, it never feels like getting in an opponent's way really makes a difference in their score. It's fun to knock a competitor's ball from where it landed, or to stun someone as you charge through them, but it's much more natural to worry about your last shot and the trajectory of the next. It's also not very difficult when playing against computer-controlled opponents in adventure mode, so the pressure to perform under a strict time limit isn't as stressful as it sounds. Playing against AI can just get tiring after a while, as you're constantly saving stamina to go faster and seeing each course the hard way.
Go!
Battle Golf is the quickest and most chaotic of the modes. It's the best of the sequel's new ideas, and it feels distinctly Mario. You race against others to sink shots on an array of greens in a large arena. The first to 3 wins, so unlike Speed Golf, you need to pay attention to what everyone else is doing. There's a little point in rushing to crowd one green that's almost won, or you might want to swing a trap to throw that group of golfers off their game. This back and forth between offense and defense makes it gratifying when you start to make faster decisions and get better. But with only 2 maps, the fun doesn't last long. Standard Golf is just that. In Classic Stroke Play, the lowest score rules, while Point Play has you seeing who can win the most holes. You can take turns, which is recommended for casual couch co-op, or go all at once, which is the best way to play online, so you don't have to wait to take your next shot. Standard Play, Speed Golf, and Battle Golf are all available online, with an option to disable Mii characters to level the playing field. Aside from the occasional person who seemingly fell asleep at their controller, online competition is smooth, and it's easy to see when a potential opponent has a less than ideal connection. There's no ranking system, unfortunately, so you never know what skill levels you're going to go up against. The challenge of finding a balanced group or a few worthy adversaries might take a bit longer than your patience will allow. You can check your play stats with each character and unlock advanced sets of clubs, but there aren't many systems marking your progression outside of adventure mode. Super Rush makes the process of setting up a brisk 3-hole picnic or an 18-hole tournament simple. If all you're looking to do is play with friends, there are hours and hours of things to see, but the options are otherwise bare bones. Although Nintendo has teased updates in the future, it doesn't take long to see most of what's here. It's just a question of how many times you want to return to each of the 6 courses to learn from your mistakes, memorize the terrain, and sharpen your skills. Super Rush gives you a lot of control when it comes to where you want to send each precious shot. It may take a second to adjust, but the layout is actually much easier than in years past. Previously, after setting the power of your shot, the second part of each shot would be judged on accuracy. If you didn't match the spot you hit on the shot meter, you would drift left or right. Now the second part feels automated, merely giving you 2 seconds to shape how your shot will curve. Learning to bend your drives is fun, but it feels like the loss of discipline results in an easier and less exciting way to play. Additionally, you can plainly see the edges of the green on the shot meter, and the bar naturally curves if you're at an angle, literally pointing you in the right direction. You can of course set backspin and topspin, not to mention special shots, which give you a leg up or hinder your opponents. With all these advantages, it makes things feel too easy, especially in single player. If you prefer motion controls, you can swing a Joy-Con instead, but the option feels more like a personal preference than something that improves the game. The 6 available courses are varied in style and scope. Most of the wardrobe is on point, but it's a shame you can't change colors or unlock anything else. Although there's more to see in the adventure mode and there are fun hazards you'd only find in the Mushroom Kingdom, getting through all 108 holes doesn't take as long as it sounds. You get a real close look at the game's textures in Speed Golf, and some of them are alarmingly bland or blurry. For all of the colorful quirkiness and mood shifts when the weather or time of day changes, the environments are a few strokes shy of par compared to other cartoony golf games. Mario Golf Super Rush makes a desperate shot to score a newer, bigger audience by making the fundamentals easier and the competition faster than ever. The adventure mode has its own unpredictable story, there's a zany charm to becoming your own cart in Speed Golf, and Battle Golf adds a level of tactics previously unseen in the typically quiet sport. There just aren't many ways to show these modes off, making it a tricky investment, unless you're a dedicated pro or always ready to hit the links with friends and family.
Chip in. Nice birdie.
Final score, 7 out of 10. Easy Allies reviews are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/easyallies to help us make more. Join for just $1 a month to check out Minigame Champions, a new 8-episode contest in which we battle each other in various minigames to see who can take the crown.